Hey, what is going on there YouTube? This is the Gaming Guy, and today I'm going to be bringing to a video where we are going to go over onto the news page to look at what should be the Stone Island collaboration. Now there are meant to be a couple of other collaborations occurring this week, but nothing massive, just things from the lookbook like the NBA headband and wristband, and just a couple of other pieces like that. But the main thing is meant to be a full Stone Island collaboration, but we will just have to see what is added. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into this. And yeah, we have a Stone Island collaboration that is going to be occurring this week. So, Supreme has worked with Stone Island on a new collection for spring 2019, made exclusively for Supreme. The collection consists of a water and wind resistant polyurethane coated new silk light jacket, pan and 6-panel brushed cotton canvas camouflage jacket, cargo vest, cargo pant, backpack and boonie and cotton hooded sweatshirt, sweatshort and pocket tee with dust colour treatment. So they're dropping a lot of stuff is the basic summary of this. So there is the front picture. Let's just get right into it, I suppose, is the best way to go about it. Now for me personally, one of the better Stone Island collabs that occurred was when they did the sort of heat change clothing. My brother picked up the jacket and one of the hats at the time, and I have to say, in person when you're putting a hairdryer on something and it's changing colour just by the heat, it looks really cool. The front pictures for these though personally aren't started off as my favourite, I suppose is the best way to go about it, but we'll see what they have. Okay, so they are going to run in 3 different colourways, I'm guessing, or maybe more than that. And yeah, let's just go right into it once we get through the front pictures and everything. So, this is the new silk light jacket. I don't really know how to feel about this piece, I'll be honest, because I'm having bad flashbacks of the North Face metallic. Personally, the texture looks a bit like a bin bag or something, but the inside to it actually looks, or the material on the inside actually looks quite nice, but the outside isn't the most appealing for me. And yeah, yet again, the inside looks a lot better than the outside. I like the bottom section where they've got this text saying Stone Island Supreme 2019. So it's going to be obviously available in a couple of colorways. It also says that the fleece lined jacket or fleece liner jacket is detachable using the Stone Island tie system. So you can take the inside out, which is cool, I guess. So are they going to have 3 or 4 colorways? So only 3 colorways for this. Personally, this is a skip or a drop for me. It is not my favorite sort of item. Okay, next thing. So we have the Riot Mask Camo Jacket. This actually looks a little bit more promising. But again, it is still not hitting me with that, like, big impact, I guess you could say, for a piece. I do like this a lot more than the first jacket that they show, even though the first jacket does have a detachable part, which is cool to have, but it just does nothing for me. So this is available in 2 different colorways. Personally, again, it is nothing that is standing out, going crazy sort of thing. They have the exact same thing as for the Stone Island as for the NFL, where they have the large logo printed on the back of a cargo jacket. They're sticking with this whole sort of camo theme through and through, like some of the items, so I don't really know how to react to this, to be honest. So they're going to go with the same colorways as the other jacket with the cargo vest. In the camo as well, but again, personally, it's not looking to be my sort of thing. I might just go for the headband if they drop that this week, because I know that some of the Stone Island collaborations can rack up like a hefty price when it comes to the items and their prices overall, and that is going to probably just deter me from going for anything pretty much. So we have the cargo pant. Again, it's just following this camo theme or this camo pattern that they've got, and they've also got a silk light pant to match the jacket. Yeah, just personally, it's so far not been the greatest of items to match for me. So we've got a hoodie with a dust color treatment. I mean, it's a cool effect, but I'd love to understand why. It just looks, on the yellow, it just looks like someone's literally just dragged it along the ground. On the red, it doesn't affect it so much, but on the yellow, it just looks like a dirty hoodie. Doesn't really do anything on the black. The black or grey sort of colour looks okay with it. And I'm guessing that looks embroidered there. Can't really read it too well, but that looks like it's got a bit of embroidered text there. But they're going to be releasing them in 3 different colourways. And they're doing the exact same thing with the shorts as well. Again, I don't really know how to react to this, to be honest. I don't want to say that I'm like hating on the collab or anything, but it is really just not doing anything for me personally. Like it just really doesn't look great in any way. Then we move on to the pocket tee that they've got. Again, in the grey colourway or black colourway, it looks perfectly fine. In the red, it's okay. In the yellow mustard sort of colourway, it just looks like it's been like literally just rubbed in a pile of dust, and that's it. Moving on to the bag now, we have the camo backpack. This actually looks like decent for one thing, but I would hate to know what the price would be on it, because if the normal backpacks already have like a quite high retail to them, this is just going to absolutely rocket through the roof with the price. But they actually look okay, definitely in this colourway, or maybe in the orange sort of camo, because it pops out more with the stitching. And then we've got the camo Boonie, and then we've got the silk light 6 panel. So yeah, Boonie looks cool, I'll give it that. This cap, the 6 panel, is just not doing anything for me personally. Oh god. So let's look at some comments on the items, because personally I probably haven't had the most open of views for this collaboration. So from the Discord, we've got that the hoodie is alright, the vest will do alright, everything else is trash. The Riot Mask jacket is absolutely fire, and the jacket and the hoodie in general, or the Riot jacket and the hoodie, are fire. The bag is pretty decent, but most things are looking quite basic. The pocket tee is being a bit of a letdown, and the prices are probably going to be quite ridiculous. People really do like the cargo vest, or the cargo jacket, or cargo vest jacket, whatever you want to call it. But overall, yeah, the opinion has been that the hoodie and the cargo vest, and possibly the Riot jacket, are pretty much the best parts of it. Overall, people are really liking the collaboration. It's just for me personally, I don't understand the sort of dust color treatment to it, because I definitely like the black colorway in the hoodie and in the tee. In the other colorways, it just doesn't appeal to me as much, for just a personal preference. I'm definitely just not a fan of this like silk theme. I'm okay with the jacket because of the inside part is detachable, but apart from that, it doesn't do anything for me. To get a little bit of an opinion of how people feel about the pieces, I'm going on to Supreme Community, which is obviously going to have the best views, I would say, on the pieces of what people like and dislike. So for the top 3 items, you've got the hoodie, the tee, and the cargo vest. Following that, you've got a couple of the other pieces. Leading towards the bottom, you do have the silk pieces. Personally, I'd probably say this order is about right for where people have been liking and disliking things. I'd probably say that this Riot jacket will move up to 3rd or 2nd, but it might just stay where it is. But yeah, I'd probably agree with the order being correct. Other than that, my final takeaway from this is that they've added this Riot Mask jacket, which I think people probably really like. Just personally for me, I'm not a massive like jacket fan. I only have like 3 or 4 jackets overall. So for me, I will probably be missing all of these collab pieces, because they just don't really do anything for me. And I've seen how Stone Island has sold on in the past, and it hasn't really been doing the best. It's probably not the best thing to compare past collaborations for new collaborations. But for instance, some things in the past, in my personal view, have just been executed a little bit better. And as of that, I don't think that they can be topped with the newer item. For instance, you have the Fall Winter 17, which I really did like the hoodies from the Fall Winter 17. The retail was, I think this is in dollars, but they put a pound sign there. The retail is around £300, and as you can see, it has been selling for, once it lets me accept. As you can see, these sales have been at about, well, they start off at about £400, but currently they're leaning to £500 to £600 and even higher than that. However, in a different colourway, being the red colourway, or the magenta colourway in this case, it has not been faring so well and has sat around the retail sort of margin. When you look at some of the jackets, they have not fared so well in any way. As you can see, this retail is well, £600, and yeah, the sales just aren't going too well. This jacket was about £1,000, and yeah, it's not doing well in any way. The same can be applied to the 6-panel. As you can see, the price was about £60, and people were getting under that back after fees. So just for me personally, it will completely depend on what the retails are for these pieces as to whether they are going to pull a profit or whether they are just going to lose money straight off the bat. Overall though, if I was going to rank things, I would probably say that the hoodies come first. For me personally, then I would probably put the tee, then the bag, then probably this riot jacket, then I'd put the shorts, followed by the other items. They can just come afterwards. I'd say that the cargo vest looks quite decent, but just for me personally, I've seen the Raiders one, and it's the basic sort of exact same layout. And it doesn't really do anything for me personally. So I probably have a massively different opinion to everybody else. People are probably loving these colorways and loving how they look, but just for me personally, the red colorway is okay. The yellow colorway just doesn't do anything for me, and it just does look like someone's just left it out in the dirt, which you could just do yourself with your hoodie and stain it instead. And the black colorway actually looks quite decent with this look to it. It just looks like it's lost its color a little bit, which helps it. But apart from that, let me know your opinions down below. I know everybody are basically saying that it's really good and people are actually liking it and appreciating it. I definitely think that one of the pieces that I actually like that I think people aren't looking for is the Boonie right here. I think this is really well done and probably one of my favorite pieces. I completely forgot to mention it in my sort of listing, but it is a nice piece. But personally, I will probably be going for nothing from this collaboration, just because of the fact of how I've seen it sell in the past and what can happen to some of the pieces. So yeah, that is going to cover the video. If you enjoyed, a like would be much appreciated. Other than that, like I said, let me know your opinions down below, and yeah, I will see you probably tomorrow for a drop list video, and then Wednesday for an unboxing. Peace.